Hello, 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 everybody. If you can hear me, please put an emoji in the chat of an ice cube. Put an ice cube in the chat if you can hear me. We're going to get going in just a moment. I'm so sorry I'm running so late. Got so many things going on. Oh my gosh, bing bong. We got a lot of stuff going down, and we got a really fun live stream today. So I need to clean up my set so we can get hooking. It's gonna be so cool! Oh, I should probably get my book, too. Okay, wait. I'll be right back. We're gonna be on in like 2 or 3 minutes. So be on soon. All right, look at that timing. Beautiful music shift. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I hope you can. I'm not sure if you can, but I hope you can. Oh, boy. We got energy. We got that hot coffee energy. And by hot coffee, I mean cold coffee. Because it's really... Oopsies. Hold on, I can fix that. Sorry, Mr. Camera. I'm sorry, Mr. Camera. Oh my gosh, and it did that thing that it does. Hold on. Does this thing where it'll zoom in? Oh my god. I'm gonna make you puke. There we go. Better? No! What happened here? Oh, I totally goobered it. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Did I fix? I fixed it best we could for right now. I don't know why it zoomed in a bunch, though. Don't do that. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. Gosh almighty, ain't that just the way? Hold on. Where to switch? There's me a different way. And there's me another way. Look at that. See, I knew it was going to zoom out if I did it like that. We're figuring things out. One step at a time. Hi, everybody. Hello. 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 It's hot. I don't know where you're at, but here, it's hot. It's so hot out. It's like, oh my God, it's so hot out and I hate it. So we're not going outside. We're staying inside, baby, and we crocheting. So, yes, I'm goomered. That's right, I'm goomered. What are we doing today? Oh my gosh, we have such a fun live stream today. Today, we're going to be crocheting a mystery pattern together along with you. Oh my gosh, do you want to crochet with me? Cool, that's great. Here's what you need. First thing, you're going to need the pattern. Now, you can find the crochet pattern by following the project. It's really easy, actually. I made it so it actually works this time. You can go to thegoomies.com. You can go to battlegoomies.com. You can go to the link at the top of the description there. Follow the project. And if you follow the project, it should get the mystery pattern. In the chat, let me know if anybody in the chat has gotten the mystery pattern. Because if someone has gotten it, that means it can be done. And I know you can figure it out too. If you can't figure it out by following the project at battlegoomies.com, you can find it by going to the most recent update on battlegoomies.com and scrolling all the way down and clicking the button that says download the free mystery pattern. So let me know if anybody has gotten it. If not, I can put a more direct link in the chat maybe. For YouTube at least. On Instagram, I can't do that. But on YouTube, I can. Okay, so outside of what you need for the pattern, we're going to need the following materials. Ooh, Sassy got it from the email. Perfect. So people be getting it. Outside of that, you're going to need the materials. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and just let you know. The materials are in this box. We're going to be using all worsted weight yarn and 100% cotton, and the colors that we're using are... Ready? Boom! Okay, we're not going to look at this card just yet. We'll reveal this in just a moment. That's what we're going to be crocheting. That's the character we're making today. But we got cyan yarn. Now we're using 100% cotton, our Club Crochet Amigurumi yarn. These are available in kits that are not only available in our shop, but they're also going to be available with our campaign that's launching in just 10 days. 10 days? Yep, that's right, 10 days. Battle Goomies launches in 10 days. You can learn more at battlegoomies.com. And in 10 days, there's going to be so many cool rewards. There's going to be new crochet kits. There's going to be a brand new game called Battle Goomies. It looks kind of like this. This is like a rough draft version of the box. The box is going to be a little bit bigger than this. And it comes with a whole bunch of characters and cards and crochet patterns. It's so cool! And you should support the project. You should definitely follow the project to get this free pattern. But you should also support the project because it's all dependent on you to actually exist in the world. If you don't support it, then this is all you're going to see is this little box in front of you. So you got to support the project. So support it. It starts on September 1st. If you support on September 1st, you're going to get some special perks as well. Again, if you want to learn more, go to battlegoomies.com. You're going to be able to get signed copies of the book. You're going to be able to get crochet kits. I'm going to turn this light on right now. Yes, follow me, camera. I'm over here. Okay, good. Now is it going to get stuck? No. There we go. Follow me. I'm over here. Yes. Good camera. Good camera. I'm going to pat you on the head. Boop, boop. Good boy. Okay. So you're going to need cyan. You're also going to need jute, which is like this, I don't know, beige kind of color. The lighting looks a little bit like, so let me know if you think I need to get the, okay, I will fix the link in the chat also. Let me know if you think that the lighting is a little, like, harsh right now. I totally understand, and I might be able to fix it. I'm sorry I was so late. It's cold wherever Rika is, which is crazy to me because it's hot here. Like, oh my gosh, so hot. Here is a direct link to the update. Hold on. I go like this. No, I go like pre-launch page. Yes, I'll go like that. I scroll all the way down to the thing. I say I go like these. I kick that one. Okay. There we go. More direct link will now be in the chat on YouTube. Oh, here, wait. Let me put that again. Free pattern at the bottom of this update. Boom. Like that. And then we'll pin it. So that way you can see it. Okay, now it's at the top of the chat. Go to that update, scroll down to the bottom. I highly suggest you follow the project, though. Please follow the project. That's how you're going to get notified when it comes out. It would be really cool. The more followers the project has, the better the project does. And the better the project does, the more everybody gets. Every time this project gets more people into it, then we're going to be unlocking super cool rewards. Again, this starts on September 1st. Support on day one, and you get a super big bonus thing, and also you get a big hug, digital hug from me. Thank you. Like that. Okay. Listen, I'm fine. I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell. All right. Battle Gummies is coming out with Crochet Gummies this September. And if you support the project, you'll also be getting a signed copy of my book. I also just got a bunch of copies of this at my house right now. They gave me like early advance copies, so I think I'm going to be doing a giveaway, I think pretty soon too, for an early copy. Maybe? I don't know. I need to figure out how that's going to work exactly. Success! Sticks figured it out. Okay, well, if Sticks figured it out, I believe in you. I think you can figure it out too. Look at this, Sticks. You get a trophy. This is a trophy just for Sticks for figuring it out. We're going to put it right here on top of this cactus's head. Okay. So we're crocheting. What are we crocheting today? Wouldn't you like to know? Well, me too. So let's reveal it. Ready? This is what we're crocheting. Ready? I figured we've been doing a lot of characters from the woods, and it's too hot to crochet anybody from the mountains. So I think we need to make someone Fristy Frosty, which is going to be Lizzie the ice cream cone. This is honestly one of the coolest patterns. It's super cool, like literally, but also like figuratively. It's really cool. So we're going to be crocheting Lizzie the ice cream cone today. Now what I thought might be fun is I'll read you the description of Lizzie, and then I'll tell you all about a bunch of new cool things that we're creating for this project too. We're going to put this right here. Here, actually, we'll do it like this. Lizzie. Wow, look at that. Here, wait. I'll do it right here. So that way it's in both cams. Okay, so let's open our book and show you the pages that you can download right now by following the project at battlegummies.com. Lizzie's going to be in the fjord. Wait, hold on. They're going to be in the Frilly Frost Fjords. So this book has a bunch of different regions in it, and in the Frilly Frost Fjords is the largest mountain in Gumia. And on the largest mountain in Gumia is the Astral Cone Observatory, which houses the astronomer, Lizzie, the ice cream cone. Now let me go ahead and read you a little passage from the book right now. So this is Lizzie's like top tier lore, and that's going to make sense in a second because there's a lot more lore that's coming to this book very soon. All right, so let me go ahead and read this out for you. It goes like this. It's always perfect weather for Lizzie, the lone researcher at the Astral Cone Observatory perched above the fjords. This ice cream astronomer is studying a massive rip in space twine hovering over Sweet City. Her telescope readings suggest that it's multidimensional and possibly tangled with a second object, one native to our universe but not Gumia. Curious indeed. No doubt Lizzie will be up late melting over the data as she tries to unscoop the mystery. Lizzie also has a fun little quote. Every character gets a little quote in the book, something a little bit deeper about them. And Lizzie's quote is, "It looks like there's an ovular shape orbiting the multi-dimensional rip. This could be the discovery of a lifetime. I wonder if I'll win a Nobel Prize for this research." So there's a little bit of my kookiness in reality. So, we're going to be crocheting Lizzie today. Now, Lizzie's got a few different parts of this pattern, but honestly, she's not that tough. She's just a fun pattern. It's a very interesting and fun pattern to make. We're going to use we're going to use Tuck the Tortoise. Tuck the Tortoise is going to be our bookmark today, so we can quickly get back to our pages as we crochet this character. Now, this character's got a few different pieces to it, so we're going to start at the start, which is going to be the top of its head. So, I actually might open this on my computer too, because it might be easier for me to look at it that way. You know what I mean, Jellybean? Do you know what I even mean, Jellybean? Jellybean, I'm talking to you. Do you know what I mean? Jellybean! My sweet, sweet Jellybean. Do you even know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, Jellybean? There we go, we got it. All right, let's get hooking. And also answering your questions. If you have any questions at all about this project or anything, or how many times I've jumped in a pool from a roof, I can answer any kinds of questions just like that. Any kinds of questions just like that. As long as they're just like that. Would I move, you move. Turn like that. All right. Let's get hooking. We're going to start with our cyan yarn. Now, you know the sound that these make. If you are new here, every time we unwrap one of these balls of yarn, it sounds a little something like this. I don't know. I don't know how they did it, but they coded in. There must be like a little computer chip in this or something that makes that noise. But it just makes that noise each time. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Yoink. Lizzie has a lot of hearts. That is true. She has got 4 hearts, 1 shield. And yeah, you know what? Maybe we could talk a little bit about the strategy of Lizzie in the game and how the game works a little bit. Because Lizzie actually is kind of a meta character, might be the wrong way to say it. She has just a very interesting use case in the world, or in the game of Gumia. How many times have I jumped off of a roof into a pool? I believe 2 times I've jumped off of a roof into a pool. And once was before I was 6 years old and my mom was not happy. It actually might be the anniversary of that because it was on a hot, hot day just like today.
Just like today. Back in my day, it was hot all the time. Actually, no, back in my day, it used to be a lot cooler than it is now. But now it's so hot out.
Boom. Okay, so in Battle Gummies, you are attempting to wind up your yarn ball before your opponent. That's the game. That's the card game that is attached to this little guy right there. And in the game, your goal is to wind up your yarn ball before anybody else does. That being said, you also want to make sure that you don't get defeated before the opponent does. If all your characters are defeated, you're out of the game. So, there's essentially 2 ways to win the game. You wind your yarn ball up, or you defeat all the other Gummies. Actually, there's 3 ways to win. Because if neither team wins in one of those 2 ways by the end of the game only has 5 rounds. So, it ends pretty quick. It's a relatively fast game. And if no character wins by the end of those rounds, then it comes down to points. You count up your points. You get points for pretty much everything that you do in the game. You get some points for any banked points that you have been earning throughout the game. You get points for every character that's still alive on your team. And you get points for having your secret mission completed. You also get points for trophies at the end, and you get points for how many times you wound your yarn ball up. So you get points for pretty much everything you're doing throughout the game. Now Lizzie, the reason I say all that is because Lizzie has a very specific ability. So the first thing that's really important to note about Lizzie is what someone said in the chat. They got a lot of hearts. They're hard to kill. They're hard to KO because they have 4 hearts, which means you have to attack Lizzie 4 times to take them out of the game. Kind of a lot. Now, they only have 1 shield, though, but that shield is extraordinarily important in the game. Basically, how shields work is During your Gumi's turn, they can do one of 4 actions. They can attack another Gumi, they can wind their yarn ball up, or they can support themselves or a neighboring Gumi. Or they can use their special ability if it's not passive. Lizzie's special ability is passive, which means that it's built into their character. They don't have to use their ability. They already use it by just being cute and an ice cream cone. But on your turn, you can do one of those 4 things. The third thing there that I mentioned is support a character. You can support them and add a shield to that Gumi. If you add a shield to that Gumi, they will, if they're attacked, that shield will go away before their health goes away. It also has a very special perk for certain characters, and Lizzie is one of them. See, when Lizzie is shielded, here you can see a little closer here, when Lizzie has a shield, they activate their special ability. That means that this is active as long as they have a shield. Their special ability is Brain Freeze. After their turn, if Lizzie is shielded, all other Gumis cannot wind during this round. What does that mean? Well, like I said, it's a bit of a meta or like kind of complicated rule. Not complicated, but it does require you to a little bit understand the game, which is that you're trying to wind your yarn ball up. But if your opponent is getting really good at winding their yarn ball up, or you're winding your yarn ball up really fast and you don't want your opponent to bring your yarn ball down, because they can also do that. So if you want to secure your points and make sure that you don't lose any of those points during the game, you want Lizzie on your team, because Lizzie can make sure that after their turn, no one can mess up with that yarn ball. So you can make sure that you have a really, you can keep winding your yarn ball up bigger and bigger, and then lock it down with Lizzie so that no one else can mess it up. So that's kind of how Lizzie works in the game. But, I mean, there's a whole bunch of other cool things about Lizzie. That's just one of the perks about her. She also has a really, really high wind stat. So her wind stat is 3. When you look at these stats, they do a number of different things. The, no snipping in Zimbabwe. Oh, no shipping. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if we can do that. I don't know. Maybe there will be that. I don't think it's on the website, though. You know, I'll look into that for you, Pixel. Okay, wait. Let me count my stitches here. We are on 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on... By the way, I'm on round 5 already of the head of Lizzie, the ice cream cone. So Lizzie has a pretty high wind stat. Every number that you see there is equating to a dice. Like a roll of dice. So when you go to do one of your actions on your turn, you're going to roll this many dice. So if you attack, you're going to roll the one on the left, the orange one here. If you wind, you're going to roll the one in the middle, which means that Lizzie has a very high wind stat. And if you're going to support or shield another character, you're going to roll the one on the right. When you're rolling your dice, you're trying to get a 5 or a 6 on any of those dice, which is why the more dice you have, the better your chances are at succeeding. So Lizzie, for example, here will get 3 dice to roll on their turn. So we would roll these 3 dice and we'd look for a 5 or a 6. As long as we got one of those dice to be a 5 or a 6, which we did in this case, we got 1 5 there, then it all counts. It means that the action was successful. So Lizzie now gets to wind their yarn ball up. Oopsies, dropping dice. So that's kind of how the game works as far as like how winding works and how Lizzie works. And oh my gosh, right now I'm getting big time deja vu. Wow. Have I been here before? I think I have. Yeah. So that's kind of yeah. It is a lot of hearts for Lizzie. That is true. It is a lot. There are some characters that have a few more hearts than Lizzie. For example, there is Ray. Ray is a starlet. Starlets are a species of character in the game. They're technically an alien, actually. He looks like a sun. Anyhow, Ray has 5 hearts, so he has a lot of hearts. I think 5 right now is the max. The dragon, Flint the dragon, also I think has 5 hearts. Eventually, we're going to probably have more hearts and stuff like that. I think I've kind of mentioned this before, but just so you know, there's definitely going to be longevity to this project. I'm going to for sure be doing expansion packs. We're going to be doing a lot of collaborations with other crocheters to get different kinds of characters in this world, and a whole bunch of additional rules to this game. Like, one thing I've been kind of thinking in my head is mega goomies, which would be gigantic goomies that have a lot of hearts, but use all your spaces in the game. In the game, you have 3 zones you can fill up with characters, so that means you can have 3 characters at once on your team. But with a mega character, my idea is that you would only have one. You can only have one character if you have a mega. So, yeah, I'm just going to start to, like, evolve this game as time goes. We're going to add items in. Obviously, we're going to add a whole bunch of different characters, new game modes. I want to do a mode of this game that is like a boss rush, where you guys are all collaborating together to try to beat a boss instead of facing up against each other. There's multiplayer modes. You can play 2v2. You can play free-for-all, where it's all 4 people playing at once against each other. So there's a bunch of ways to play this game. I even think that I'm going to be doing... oh, good night, Pixel. Thanks so much for joining. I even think that we're going to be doing... oh, man, I lost track of what I was saying. Well, whatever. I want to talk to you about something really cool that I've started to build out with some friends of mine. One thing I've actually mentioned in this stream, or in my live streams before, which is that... so basically, I'm going to a bunch of artist friends of mine, and I'm trying to get like people to help make things for the game. Just because I really want to support artists, and I have a lot of friends that are artists, and so I want to... I was the one that did all the art for this game. I did all the photos, I did all the patterns, I did all the graphic design, I did the video tutorials, I did it all. It was a lot of work. And I really like collaborating with other artists, so I'm going to be, now that I have created the base of this, starting to reach out to other artists to get them to help out with the game. Some of those are going to be crocheters, so I'm going to be working with other crochet designers to create patterns for this. Some designers that you are already big fans of, and I know you've seen them before, but some artists that aren't crocheters at all. For example, I've got a friend of mine who we've talked about before, Finn Dunham. If you have never heard of Finn Dunham, I wouldn't be surprised, but he's a good pal of mine, and he is composing an album for the entire game and book. So there's going to be an entire album that we're working on. Now, no immediate promises there, but it's supposed to be like a stretch goal for the game, so I'm really hoping we make enough where I can like really have him finish up this album, because I really think it's cool. He already has almost finished the introduction song, and it's so cool. Dude, okay. So he sent me... Sorry, I know I'm going like a million miles an hour right now, but that's just kind of part of the deal when you hang out with Louis. Especially Louis that has coffee in his body. So Finn texted me yesterday. He's been working on this song. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna preview it. Now, I will say this is a preview. Preview, meaning it is definitely... It's not finished. It's not even close to finished. And Finn probably wouldn't be super... I mean, I don't think he'd be upset that I'm showing you this, but it's not finished, so don't consider this as complete. But check this out. This is the rough draft, really rough draft of the first song called Welcome to Gumia. Listen, check this out. Can you hear it? It's so chill. Okay, I'll turn it up here. It's so chill. And then it gets all wonky and weird, but we'll let it go on in the background. Wait, here's the start. Ready? Okay, there's gonna be guitar and a bunch of other things in the background. That's just a sample. The point that I'm showing you this, though, is what he told me yesterday, which is the coolest freaking thing ever. So Finn is like super duper thoughtful. He's just like an extremely thoughtful person. I really admire that about him. And one of the things that he said yesterday was, hold on. It's so cool. It's so cool. He said, I'm not sure if you noticed, which is so funny because, like, no, I obviously didn't notice this because I'm not a musician. I mean, I can play some music, but I'm not a musician. But he said, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but the melody in the song is both a repeated pattern and a chord shape that loops around itself just like Crochet. How cool is that? He like considered Crochet in the actual song for it. It's just so cool. We're going to be adding guitar on that and some other things, and then hopefully if the campaign does really well, we're going to be getting more and more songs for every region of the world, and then if we're really kicking off, then we will do a song for every character in the world. That's the long-term goal here, is if we can do a song for every character, that would just be so cool. And then we could go to a bunch of different artists and stuff. Anyhow, I'm really excited about that. I am a big fan of music, and I just think it's really cool. I think it's so cool. Oh, I need to crochet like an album art for this. Oh my gosh, that's a cool idea too. Okay, well anyhow, you keep getting ads. You shouldn't be getting any ads. Hold on, I can fix that. Hold on. Hold tight. I believe in myself. Delay the ads. All right, we got some time between ads. All right. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is another collaborator we're working with, which is another friend of mine named Maggie. And Maggie and I just hung out yesterday on a little Zoom where we talked a little bit about the project. And Maggie is a writer. Now, I wrote all of the descriptions and the lore for this book so far, but I'm not the best at writing. I mean, I think I did pretty good, but you know, I wanted to get someone that's an expert. So Maggie is an expert. She is a writer. She is an author. She's working on her newest book right now. You're going to learn a lot more about her during the project. But anyhow, one of the cool things that Maggie's doing for this is she's helping to write extra lore for the characters, short stories for the characters, and all of these extra little things that we're adding into the game are going to be found in certain ways. So when you look at the cards of this game, you're going to see one thing that's really cool, which is a little tiny... Here, does it zoom in? There. See that? You can barely read it right now because it's so tiny in the camera, and I don't think it's going to focus right. But there's a little code there. The code starts with a G and it ends with a Q. Those codes are different for every card. And every character in the game has 4 different cards. So there's this one that you're seeing right there. That's the common standardized card. So that one's going to be available in the starter set of the game and really easy to find in booster packs and stuff like that. Then there's going to be uncommon cards. Uncommon cards will have holographic versions of the common ones. So they'll be like this, but it'll be all shiny and holographic. There'll be parts of this that'll shine and be all cool and shimmering. It's really cool. We're calling them shiny cards. And the shiny card for this, so that's the uncommon card, is that there's going to be a shiny version of each card. Then there's going to be rare cards. Rare cards are going to be the full art cards that I've been making videos about on my @LouisLoops handles. Basically, every card's getting a completely alternative art form of it, and they're full art. So that means the entire card is art. It's like the top to the bottom, and it looks different, and it's all this other fun stuff. With those... So that's the full art rare cards. Then there's going to be shiny rare cards. So that's going to be full art cards that also have holographic versions. So basically what I'm saying is there's a lot of different versions of all these cards. But you're not just trying to collect them to just collect cards. You're also getting something different for every code. So every one of those cards has a different code at the bottom of it. And if you input those codes onto the website, you get a series of different things. So for the standard version, you put that code on the website, it untangles the standard card in your digital album. So you're going to start to create this digital album of all your cards on the Club Crochet website. And then it also untangles the lore. It untangles like the top level lore for the character and all this other stuff. It also gives you links for where you can find the crochet pattern for this, where you can find extra like art and content and stuff like that. Then for other versions of these cards, they also have different codes on them. So for example, the full art card, that is the rare version of the card, if you put that code on the website, it'll untangle that art as wallpaper. So you can use it as an iPhone wallpaper or print it out if you want to make art for your wall, whatever you want to do. Do they play different, asks Chrissy. No, they don't. That's also a really important thing to say here, Chrissy, is that each one of these versions of the cards don't play different. And the reason they don't play different is because the one thing I really wanted to avoid in this game was a pay-to-win structure. I really don't like it when games have this thing where you have to like pay a bunch of money to get a bunch of loot boxes so you can get the perfect character that is super powerful, and then you beat everybody else because you're better, because you paid to be better. I don't like that. I think that's cheap and it's not fair. So the alternative version of that is what we have going on, which is kind of called a living card system or an expandable card system, which is that every time we're going to release a different set of these characters, they will all be available in a single deck. All the common versions of the cards will be available in a single deck. So you can get every character straight up. You can buy a set and it'll have every one of the characters in that set. It'll just be all the common ones. So you won't get any of that cool artwork. You won't get any of these cool song downloads or extra lore or short stories. So that's I'm trying to have the best of both worlds. I want booster packs. I think they're so much fun. Oh my gosh, by the way, check this out, guys. Check this out. So these are samples, okay? Heads up. I got these made for me and just a couple of friends. I only got 30 of these made. And I already opened one of them myself. I'm only opening one for me. The rest of them are for friends. But these are the preview version of the booster packs. These booster packs are only going to have common cards in them because they're just previews. I wanted to see how these would work up. The packs are going to look different in the future ones, but this is how you're going to find those rare cards, those holographics, those full art cards. They're all going to be available in these booster packs that are going to be available with the game. So you can purchase booster packs directly. You'll get booster packs with by purchasing kits also, or succeeding in certain challenges and stuff. You'll be rewarded booster packs. So yeah, we're trying to really make it super fun for you. But anyhow, Maggie's helping with different lore for the characters, so that if you untangle the full shiny version of the card and you get the ultimate version of Lizzie the ice cream cone, which is the full art version that also has holographic elements to it, and you untangle that card on the website, you'll get a short story about Lizzie, and a whole story that gives you a bunch of lore about the character and more info about them and stuff like that. It's so cool. I am beyond excited here about this, about the short stories and the lore and stuff. I just think it's so cool. Sorry, I can't find my scissors. Here, we'll use these ones. Yeah, so essentially what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to avoid, at the same time, simultaneously, I'm trying to avoid a pay-to-win structure because I think that's icky and I don't like that. But I'm also trying to give a chase. I still love the idea of pulling booster packs and getting those holographic cards that you can't get any other way. When I play Pokemon or buy Pokemon packs, that feels cool. It feels really good to get those cool cards. But I didn't want it to be oh, well, you need those good cards to play the game. So yeah, there's kind of that's the structure and the way that, this is great. Doesn't that mean that if you're just interested in the game, people won't buy special cards because it's less interesting to them? That's a good point, and something that Jules actually was bringing up yesterday. And I actually do have a big fix to that. And here's the solution of that. And the solution is you can make your own decks. So in the game, you can get this starter deck, right? And when you play the game, you put this starter deck as, it's called a communal deck. So this whole deck, or as many cards as you want, go in the center for everybody to pull from. So each player pulls from this same deck. You start your game, you pull 5 cards. But in addition to that, you have your own personal deck. So you can also have a second deck of only cards that you want. So if you want to play with the ice cream cone, you have Lizzie and you really want to use Lizzie, which I just lost Lizzie in here. Is she on the bottom? Yeah, there she is. So if you're I really want to play with Lizzie, on my team. I built a deck that's like based around this character or based around winding or whatever. You want to have a specialized deck. What you can do is you make your own personal deck. You still have to pull from the common deck, so you're not going to automatically get the cards that you want, but your likelihood of getting the cards you want is much higher, because every time you pull cards, you pull one from your personal deck and then the rest of them from the common deck. Which means that when you do this, just want to make sure I didn't get any really rare cards. When you do this, you're going to have a high chance to get the cards that you really want. So that's the fix here, is that during the game, you can use those cards as additional cards in your personal deck too. And that's why, like, you can still, they're still useful for playing the game with, and why you still might want to pull those booster cards for other reasons. There's also different unlockables if you get all the cards. So if you get every version of Lizzie, for example, you're going to get a bonus unlockable. And I'm going to do like special rewards and games and stuff for people that untangle all of the bonus cards and yeah, stuff like that. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, this is my difficult part about this game, is I did all these things in this game to make it like really fun. It's like, not only is it super fun to play, but it's super fun to collect, and it's super fun to untangle your cards. It's super fun to crochet your characters, because if you crochet them, you also get bonus content and stuff like that. But the hard part that I'm having is explaining this all to people. Every time I explain this to someone, they're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. But it still does take a second, you know? It takes a second for me to be like, this is why it's so cool, because there's so much going on here. And I have a really hard time, like, I kind of have to be like, if someone comes up to me and they're like, tell me about your project, I have to start this conversation by going like, okay, I will tell you about this project, but are you more interested in the game part, or are you more interested in the story and the crochet part? Because I've got two different things to tell you. I could go for half an hour about just how cool this game is, or I could go half an hour about how cool the characters are and the lore is and the crochet part about this. So that's what I'm currently facing, is like, how do I explain this in the most seamless way to people based on the kind of person they are or the kind of interest they have in this. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting, fun problem to have, though. I'm really having a lot of fun with it. It's just like, there's so much. I've kind of like built this beast, and I've been so excited to share it with everybody, but I've been kind of keeping a lot of this a secret, so now I'm just kind of blabbermouthing every time I talk about it. All right, so we just finished up round 11, by the way. I'm on round 12 of our pattern. This is going to be like the main head. So next up we have a little frill that we're making, which is like the edge of our ice cream cone. It's actually pretty easy to do too. Just like that. 1, 2, pull tight, slip stitch. Easy squeezy, ice cream peasy. Lizzie is a mint chip ice cream cone, by the way. At least that's what it's meant to be. The cyan is kind of like, I don't know, it kind of looks a little bit like a sherbet maybe, but she's meant to be a mint chip. Hope that like kind of is obvious, but I don't know. Okay, question for Styx has a question. So, collecting the booster packs to have more to play with. Very interesting. How does crocheting the characters unlock things? Now that's a really good question, because that's already a thing on the website. If you crochet any pattern on clubcrochet.com, you can submit a picture of that and mark it as complete. When you do that, you get a punch card. So it gives you a punch card on this like card that you're building, and every 5 characters that you finish crocheting, you get a credit to use for any pattern on the website. So that's the first thing, is that when you are untangling patterns, or I'm sorry, when you're completing patterns, it's giving you like kind of there's like a payback structure for actually finishing the patterns. But in addition to that, what I want to create for Battle Gummies here is that if you crochet a Gumi character, you also get an additional unlockable, which might be some extra art from someone, or maybe it'll be like a bonus pattern for it. So like for the ice cream cone here, maybe it's like if you crochet the pattern, then you're also going to unlock a special hat for Lizzie that you'd only get that pattern if you completed the crochet for it. So that's the kind of things that I'm considering adding to this. But adding all of these little extra, things to this game are not easy. They're not free. They're not easy. Which is why it's like this is all gonna be locked behind like a stretch goal of the game. Which means that like if the game hits a certain level of success, we will unlock that extra tier of fun. So if, for example, if this game gets like 1,000 people that purchase the game, then we'll untangle this special bonus reward. And those go not only for unlockables and stuff, but it's also going to be for like higher quality game pieces. So for example, the dice in the game, which I don't know where I put those dice. I lost them. But the dice in the game, normally I'm just using a regular 6-sided dice. But if we get enough success on the game, we're going to have alternative dice that have check marks and X's instead, so that you don't need to pay attention and know that if you got a 5 or a 6. Instead, you could just look and see if you rolled a check mark, it counts as a success. So things like that are going to be unlockable things that we're going to have happen if more and more people support the game. Which is why I'm so adamant that like if you think this is cool and you want this to, not only do you want to buy this game, but you also want to get like all the bells and whistles and you want to help this project succeed even more, support it on day one, on September 1st. Put it in your calendar. Support on September 1st, because the more support we get on September 1st, the better this campaign does in the long run. Basically, how campaigns like this work is the faster it gets support, the more like the ball rolls for other people. Like the system that they have like pushes this in front of more people's faces if it gets a lot of support really fast. So that's why I'm like, support it ASAP, because the more people that are supporting this project, the more unlockables like this we're going to get added to the game. So I really, really am hoping that if you're interested in this, support it on day one. If you do support on day one, I'm going to have a special perk for those people that support for on day one. You're going to get a special, I think it might be a special card. I might do a special pin. I might do a special like unlockable or something. I'm not really sure what it is, but you're going to get something special if you support on day one. And then, what else? In addition to that, I don't know. I'm going cuckoo bananas here. Let's finish up this round. Last stitch. Booey. Done. All right, so that's going to be round 11 done. Look at all those cute little frills. Oh my gosh, they're already looking so cute. Speaking of a special hat, we should figure out what we want to add to this Gumi to make them a little bit special. Like, what kind of special features could we add to this to make it really fun? Like a hat, like a scarf, they're an astronomer, so what would an astronomer have? Like, maybe glasses. I don't know. What do you guys think? While you're thinking that and letting me know things, let's go ahead and add the face. Round 8 is where we're going to add our face. We're going to use safety eyes for this, 6mm specifically, which is my main size eye that I like using for this yarn. By the way, please crochet these in any kind of yarn you want. You don't need to use cotton like me. Use blanket yarn. Make a gigantic plushie version of Lizzie the ice cream cone. And if you do so, please send a picture. Maybe I'll give you a special bonus too. A telescope. Well, she actually is in a telescope. I'll explain that in a second. Round 8. On the opposite side. Okay. Okay. One moment. Okay. Sorry. All right, round 8. That's going to be round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the end of round 8. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 8 sounds good to me. And then, I dropped the eye. All right. 1, 2. Maybe here? Is that too close? Oh, yeah, that's way too close. Look at that. He's like, Bill, hey! No, we want him further away. Maybe that far away? That still feels a little too close. Maybe that 12 is good. Like that. Maybe that isn't too close. You know what? Let's go ahead and add a mouth. Do we want to add just like a... Ooh, a clipboard? I like that. Clipboard for tracking planetary movements is great. Or a cup of coffee is also great. Oh, those are both really good ideas. Oh, I'm off camera? No, I'm not. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, it moves around. Let's go ahead and add a mouth. Now, the normal mouth on Lizzie here is like kind of like a little, like cat mouth, kind of like a little W. And I really, really like that mouth personally. But what do you think? Should we change it? Should we do just like a smile? Should we do a wink? What kind of face should we do? You know what? I know what we can do. Let's ask the chat. Let's do a poll. All right, team. This is time for you to come in here and give me your thoughts. We are going to be doing this poll on the main YouTube video. Let's say mouth. How should we make the mouth? We'll do simple smile. W smile. Smirk, which is like half a smile kind of, or like a chubby mouth. Go ahead and vote now in the chat for which one of those faces we should make. That's going to be really important before I continue going. So I'm going to go ahead and get that feedback from you ASAP. While you're doing that, let's go ahead and get that yarn prepared. We still got quite a lot to crochet here because we also have an entire ice cream cone to make. Like I said before, a telescope I don't think would work because they're in a telescope. If you look here, their cones are actually their telescopes. This one right there, see, that's a telescope. There's a telescope. You'll see kind of what that means in a bit. We'll have to choose. We'll actually have to vote on which cone to do as well. Do we want like a pointed cone, a sugar cone, or a cup is what we're going to vote on as well. Glasses. Someone says glasses. I love that. Hello, Opal. Welcome to the chat. All right. W smile is currently winning. I'm going to let it get to... We'll let it go for just a second longer. But if we did do a W, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we do have enough space for W with these eyes. Actually. All right, looks like W's winning pretty handedly. Hey, thanks for all the hearts, whoever's sending those out. Appreciate you. And by the way, hey to Instagram. I don't know if you are watching here on Instagram or not, but if you are, go ahead and say hi in the chat. Jasmine was there for a second. Hey, Jasmine. All right, it looks to me like W's going to win pretty handedly. I'll give it one more vote, and if it's not for W, I'm going to call it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Poll ended. W it is. We have made our decision. We want a little cat mouth. Easy squeezy lemon peasy. I actually love making this mouth anyhow. It's like kind of one of my favorites. All right. I just think it's cute. I feel like Marge Simpson. I just think it's cute. We'll do it nice and quick too. that. And then over to here. Oh, guys, I went to Universal Studios on this weekend with my friends' kids who are really young. They're like 4 and 6 or something. I think 4 and 6. And we went to Nintendo World. Oh my gosh, it was my first time seeing Nintendo World. It was so cool. So much Mario. And I will say, going to a theme park with a little kid is 20 million times more fun. Like, I don't mind going to theme parks. I like them, I guess. But going with a kid is like so much more fun because they're just so excited in a way that you forget. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just something that happened this weekend that was really fun. I wanted to share. Alright, there's our W mouth. What do we think? Yeah? I like it. I like it. I think we can maybe curve it a little bit more. But we can do that later also. Because I want it to be a little bit curved. So it's more of like a soft W. Almost like a mustache looking thing. Oh, it is zoomed in on my face. Why is it zoomed in on my face? I think there's a way to like go zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Go web. I don't know. I'll fix it. 1 second. Yeah, it did zoom in. I don't know why I did that. There we go. Fixed it. All right. Ba-ba-da. All right. Yeah, it was checking on my skin quality. It's like, have you been doing your routine? Newsflash, I don't have a routine. I guess I kind of do. I wash my face in the shower. That's my routine. I rub ice cream all over my face every night. I suppose that's a routine. I suppose. You know what I'm really, really, really excited for? Like, obviously, I'm really stoked to release this project. I'm so excited about it. But one of the things I'm, like, crazy excited about is adding new characters into this project. Because I have been, like, you know, I've been working on these characters for 2 years, probably. You know? Like, building them out, creating the patterns, all this other stuff. And now I need, like, I want the freedom. I want to start making new characters really bad. And if you've been watching these live streams, you'll know that I've kind of already been doing that a little bit here and there. But I really want to kind of like get really into designing new characters again. Oh, look how cute that face is, you guys. Great choice. Great choices all around. All right, we're going to make a... Okay, we're going to cut the yarn here. With these terrible scissors. I wish I knew where my good scissors are. But I didn't. We're going to pull this through, and we're going to hide this end in. And then we're going to pull through with a new loop to start creating the body. That's right. You didn't know this about Lizzie, because that's an extra bonus secret, is that Lizzie has got a secret body. She's not just an ice cream cone. Are you kidding me? You think she, like, is that cone? That doesn't make any sense, dude. She's an anatomical ice cream. Not an ice cream cone. Boom. So here's what we do. We pull a loop through the stitch right here. I believe. Go like these. Make sure this is in there too. chain 1, chain 1, I said. Thank you. And now we work into these stitches on the back right there like that. Cool. Boom. All right. So that's 1. 1. We want 7 and then a decrease. You got it, Pass Louie. Love a Pass Louie note. Oh, speaking of Louie notes, did you know that in addition to everything that I've been talking about there, all of these... All right, whatever. We'll just start where whatever that song is. All of these characters also have a Louie note attached to them. And what a Louie note is it's like a little bit of insight on what went into designing this character. So whether that's like, oh, you know, I don't know what Lizzie's is. I'd have to read the book. It says, actually, you know what? It's in the book. It's in the pages that you got there. But it's like... Yeah, okay. All right, it's a good Louie note. Get the pattern. Go download the pattern and you can read the Louie note yourself. It is a good one. I do remember it now. All right, 1, 2, 3. I want 7. 3, 4, 6, 7, and then a decrease. Nice. And then we'll just keep doing that all around. That. Nice. 7. Wait, I'm off count. Hold on. Did I mess up somewhere? I couldn't have. I'll never mess up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Decrease 1, 2. Well, we're gonna have to figure out where we messed up here. Yeah, 8 3 times. It should be down to 24. Okay. 1, 2. I don't know where I goofed. I think I goofed somewhere really early on. Oh. Oh, I see where I goofed up. I see where I goofed up. I goofed up in the beginning of this round. Whatever, it's a super easy fix. I see. I was supposed to go 1 stitch over. Okay, you know what? Maybe I should just go back and fix it. Whatever. Right? No, it's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me if I don't fix it. I'm going back. We gotta go back, Kate. See, so I pulled through that stitch. I was supposed to pull through this stitch right here. I think. Man, I don't even know anymore. Boom. Let's find out. Okay, let me count my stitches real quick. We should have 24 to work with. 5. Do this again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. How do I have 26? I ain't supposed to have 26. I'm supposed to have 27. Oh, but because that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Decrease. What the art? What the heck am I even doing? 1, 2, 3. Alright, whatever. We're gonna make this work. I got a plan. I got a plan. I got a pocket full of plans. 1, 2. Autocorrect. What'd you autocorrect? Here we go. 3. Nice. Yeah, I think I want to do some of these with blanket yarn next. I think we want to start doing that soon. Or like Chanel or something. I mean, I usually like, I like using this yarn, which is cotton. But I think it might be fun to experiment with different yarns too. Six and 7. Okay. All right. Last one. Nice. Yeah, we're good. We're on count now. I don't know what I did, but I fixed it. Whatever was wrong is better now. Five. Oh, you know what? I might have had it right the whole time. I was just counting it wrong. Because I was counting the 8. Alright. Well, anyhow, back to it. Back to it. 2 and then a decrease. Yeah, we still got to make arms. We still got to make some kind of customization. A cone. Oh, speaking of cone, let's go ahead and vote on that. Ooh, chunky dinos. I love that. Okay, start a poll. What kind of cone should we make? I'm making ice cream. You betcha, love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Love Frog 101. Love Frog 101 is a great name, by the way. Okay. Do we want to make a sugar cone? Which I'll explain what each of these cones are. I guess regular cone. I'm gonna put in parentheses there. Pointed. Or a cup. Alright, go ahead and vote on that. What kind of cone you want me to add to our character here. I'm kind of pro a sugar cone, to be honest, if you want to know where I'm voting. But you can vote for whatever you'd like. Yeah. That's fun, name. All right, 1, 2, and then a decrease, right? Yeah. By the way, if you're watching this, again, this pattern is a mystery, or not a mystery. It was started as a mystery, but it is a fleeting pattern. This pattern is going to melt away. So if you want to nab it for free right now, all you need to do is go follow the project at battlegoomies.com. If you follow the project, it should give you the ice cream cone as an immediate reward to say thank you so much for following. And then again, if you are interested in supporting this project, please support it on day 1. That's going to be on September 1st, which is going to be in 10 days of after today. All right, so that's decreased down. The little body's coming together. Next up is, what is a sugar cone? A sugar cone is like it's like a over here, like this. This is a sugar cone. You know, it's like one of those. I don't know how to explain it. Just dropped something bad. I don't know how to explain it. It's called a sugar cone. They're like a cone that's like, it's not like a cone. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. You don't even know what I mean, probably, maybe, I don't know. Alright, I'm on round 14. I just finished 14, so now I'm on round 15 where I'm increasing it back up to 21 stitches. Okay. Five, and then an increase. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Cool. Four. We're getting pretty close, though. I mean, after we do finish this body, we got to make the arms and stuff. And then we can start working on our cone. And then, oh, well, wait, actually, before we do the cone, we'll want to add all of our spots on this character. All right, now we got 2 rounds of single crochets. Nice and easy, squeezy, lemon peasy. Oh, like a waffle cone. Yes, that's probably a better way to say it, a waffle cone. Waffle cones are pointy. Okay, yeah, then not a waffle cone. A cup will be easier for it to stand up. That's true. Be harder for them to use as a telescope, though, to be honest. But that's all right. Maybe we'll make them a little telescope. I do like the idea of making a clipboard. That's what Zoe said earlier. A clipboard would be really fun. Glasses would definitely be fun, too. But a clipboard feels pretty unique. We don't really have a character with a clipboard yet. You know? Which is why I'm like, clipboard does sound kind of fun. And then we can use like a little tiny paper clip or something to keep it together. Like something that she found in the wild. Alright. Alright. She's coming together though. The reason I named her Lizzie, by the way, is because, well, for a few reasons. One, I have a friend named Lizzie. Shout out to you, Lizzie. She's just moved to New York recently. Hope it's not too hot in New York. And so that was like the first part. But then the other reason I named her Lizzie, because I thought like Blizzard. Blizzy. You know? It sounded cold. Ooh! Did you hear that neck crack? Let's see if I can do the other way around. Ready? Nope. Oh my. Wow. Those are some weird, deep neck cracks. Okay, so we did those 2 rounds. Now we're going to decrease it back down. It's 1, 2, 5. Okay, 5 and then it decrease. Yeah. 3. Oh, I didn't finish this round. Oops. Good thing I didn't decrease so soon. Oops, missed a stitch. 2. My gosh almighty. Wake up, Louie. I need more coffee. Or else. By the way, Jillian, I emailed you this morning. I didn't see an email from you about the question you had last week. So I didn't see an email come in from you, so I just emailed you to ask you more about it. So if you get a chance, please answer that email and let me know how I can get you these pins that you haven't gotten yet. Because I would be happy to. I just need to know where to send them and all that other fun stuff again. The picture doesn't look like that at all, says Chrissy. That's because you're missing this is only the half. It does look like that. Look at the picture next to the hidden ice cream body. Because that's what we're making. It's a hidden ice cream body. Because they are missing. They come out of their cone. You'll see, Chrissy. You will see, and I think you're gonna like it. All right. So there's the start of our body. Next up, I want to stuff our character up a pretty decent amount. Do I have enough stuffing? I do. And let's throw in all these extra bits and bops, because we don't need those anymore. Waste not, want not. Like a turtle. Yeah, kind of like a turtle. Yeah, totally. Oh, okay, cool. Maybe I need less coffee. That's my inner coffee demon. My inner coffee demon is saying to you, Sticks, don't you tell him he doesn't need coffee, he needs coffee. No, maybe you're right. Maybe I just need 4 Red Bulls and a kick in the stomach. What's the difference? 4 Red Bulls is a kick in the stomach. I can't tell you the last time I had a Red Bull, but I can tell you it was a while ago, and that's great. That should be the case for everybody. You shouldn't drink Red Bull. You heard it here first, folks. It's bad for you. All right, decreasing it down. And then... oh, we also need to add a butt. Oh, shoot. We used that black yarn. Oh, well. We'll fix it. I can fix it. One, then a decrease. All right. Almost done with this round. Then we just got one more of this hidden body. To do some more. Yeah, energy drinks are icky to benga. All right. Nice. Last one? Yes. Very nice, very nice. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys what I have been listening to pretty much religiously. I'm obsessed with Dungeon Crawler Carl. I knew I was gonna be. To be honest, I was like, this feels like something I'd really like. Hey, we're going to be using this fancy little thing I got. I got this from Clover. They were very kind, and they gave me this nice little gift. And basically what you do is you put it in where you need it to stuff, and then this little stick here helps pull that stuffing into where it needs to go. Like this. Just makes it a little bit easier. Honestly, I think it might be easier without this thing. But, yeah, let's try it. Let's try it without that. And just going straight in there with this little stuffing stick. Actually, that thing might be a little easier. Well, regardless, this stick is pretty useful. That little gripper thing at the end is pretty good. If you had a head full of bees, cup of tea and a Diet Pepsi is enough for you these days. Well, I am jealous. I wish that I didn't have a caffeine dependency, because I feel like if I didn't have a caffeine dependency, I would be unstoppable. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I totally went off topic, which is that Dungeon Crawler Carl. Has anybody here in the chat read Dungeon Crawler Carl? Because it's really fun, and I like it, and you should, because it's good. I actually just started, so I started listening to the audiobook. I finished the first book's audiobook this week, and then I just started last night the second book, but instead of doing the audiobook version of the second book, I did the, there's like a soundscape that's from an app called like Sounds. I don't know, but it's cool. It's really cool. It's like a radio show, and there's like sound effects, and like it's so cool. Highly recommended. And if you're looking for a cool book, I think Dungeon Crawler Carl is a very cool book. Yes, it's very good. I like it. I think we could even use a little bit more than that. Just a little bit though. We're basically there. Yeah, all my friends are like, you're going to like this book, you're going to like this book. And I was like, okay, I'll read it eventually. And then I was like, okay, fine. I got a flight to come home with. I'll try this book out. And then I got obsessed. All right. There's our little body. Next up, we want to sew on a little butt. And then we can add our legs and arms. And then we can add our chocolate chips. And then we can make the cone. That is the plan, Stanley. One, two, three, swank. Out like this. No crawlers in the chat? That's crazy to me. All right. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna do it. You can't stop me. I'm gonna sneeze. I sound like a mix between Popeye and Adam Sandler. All right, but coming at you. What is an ice cream if it doesn't have a butt crack? Am I right? Am I right, people? Where's my ice cream people at? Up like this. To about right there. Out right here. And now watch this. Ready? We go like this. And then we pull tight. And we're just going to double knot that. And we're going to give our little ice cream a little butt crack. And we'll know about that. But we'll be the only ones that know. Until someone figures it out. And then they'll be like, does this ice cream have a butt crack? And I'm going to be like, yeah. Yeah, it do. It do have a butt crack. Hello, Sofia. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien? Gracias. You said? All right, there's our ice cream with their little butt. Now we need to give them little arms and legs. We'll put our ice cream top right there. Don't move. Yoink. All right, ice cream. We need to make the arms and legs. They are really easy to make, though. You just make a slip knot like this. Talking what way? I always talk like these. And then we chain the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip it a 2. And then half a double crochet 2 into the back loops. Easy. Easy one. Okay, I think I've told you about this YouTube channel that I'm kind of obsessed with before in the stream, but just to remind you, there is this kid, like seriously, when I say kid, I mean like he's like 5, maybe 6. He's a little kid, and his dad every morning with him watches a show called Countdown. Now, if you've never seen the show Countdown, it's a British show, highly recommended, super cool show. Basically what they do is they do like math problems and like word problems, and it's just I like it a lot. It's a good show to keep your brain working. Anyhow, so they do this one game called Countdown, called, I don't know what it's called. Math is what it is. And what they do is the guest says like, I want a certain amount of little ones and a certain amount of big ones. You have, I think it's 6 numbers total. So it's like, you gotta give it a bum. Yes. Oh, yes, Zoe. Hey, Zoe, what did you name your goblin, by the way? Did you name it? Your puppet? Because I've been thinking about that girl all week. I've been thinking about that girl all week. She's amazing. Anyhow. Yeah, that kid's some kind of wizard. Acer. Yes, okay, you know who I'm talking about. Acer. He's amazing. He's a wizard kid. It's so cool. It's the numbers round. Thank you. Jillian, you're the best. You're the best. So highly recommended. Check out Acer. And they do like 3 big ones, 3 little ones. And then Acer is this kid who can solve these math problems in like 2 seconds. Basically, you'll get 6 numbers, and what you have, and then you'll get 6 numbers, and then one other number. And you need to use those 6 numbers to get to that other number. So you do that by doing like, you know, number 1 plus number 4 divided by number 3 times number 2, and it'll get you to the big number. This little kid who's like 5 or 6 is so good at it. Like insanely talented and insanely smart. This kid's a little savant, and he's so much fun to watch. And whenever he figures it out, well, not whenever, but sometimes when he figures it out really fast, he goes like this. He goes, easy one. Easy one. And then he tells you how to solve it really fast. God, I'm actually addicted to these videos. I watch them every single day. He's so cute. This little kid's so cute. And his dad, it just warms my heart. It's so sweet. Check it out. Check out Acer. Just honestly, if you probably search them on YouTube, you'll find them. They're just YouTube shorts that they upload every day. All right, let's go ahead and sew on these arms and legs. I made them. Look at how tiny they are. They're very cute. Very cute. Oh, she's gonna be iconic. Okay, her name is Saggy Maggie. Oh my God, short for maggot. Dude, Zoe, your brain should be protected. We should take, if you ever die tragically, please never die. But if you did die tragically, we need to take your brain and study it. We could learn so much from you. You have such a good brain. Such a good brain. Okay, so Zoe's making a goblin puppet. We made a goblin puppet a few weeks ago and the pattern came out, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, Zoe's been working on a version of it and says that the name of her goblin puppet is Saggy Maggie. Which, if you see this puppet, is a really good name. It's a really good name for this puppet. But short for maggot, maggot is the perfect name for a goblin. You're such a genius. She must be protected. Maggot needs to be protected at all costs. Oh my gosh, Saggy Maggie is so funny. What came first, though? Was it the name Maggie? Or was it the name Maggot? Or was it the word saggy? Because I could see all of those being the reason why this happened. There we go. There's our little arm. Now we can attach it even more so it's like against the body. But I actually kind of think it's fine being like floating out like this. Because it's kind of cute. But there's one of their arms. I think the legs will make sewn in though. I'm pretty sure Zoe is immortal, says Cooper. I agree with that. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea, Jillian. I think that is a very good idea. Because, can I just call you Jill? Do you go by Jill? What nickname can I call you? Anyhow, I think that's a really good idea about Warren. If I were you, I would not let my kid mess with any social media. I probably would avoid it at all costs because it's a drug and an addiction and it's dangerous for our brains. It doing things to us. Jill is fine? Okay, cool. Takoyaki is here. Shout out to Takoyaki. Been a second, my dude. How are you? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I truly hope you're doing amazing. I hope your day is filled with sunshine and rainbows. The good kind of rainbows. The one without the color ultraviolet in it. You don't want the rainbow with ultraviolet. You can't even see it. I don't trust the rainbow that keeps things hidden from me. I need to see all the colors or no colors. Do rainbows emit like a radio wave? You know? Like, they're emitting all those waves, right? Like, all those light waves. But, like, are they emitting other waves outside of that as well? Like, I don't know. Or is it just using light and then spreading it out like that? I don't know. How do rainbows work? Nobody understands rainbows. I feel like rainbows and magnets. How do they work? Magnets. Magnet. I am magnet. Hello. I am magnet. Yes, right there. Yeah. Just came back from a mini vacation. Where'd you go? You went to the beach for a couple of days. Oh, that's fun. Hope you had fun. What'd you do while you were there? Ooh, Lizzie just said they finished the carnivorous alien plant and submit it for approval on the homepage. Hey, hey. I can approve it. Actually, Cooper can approve it for you. If Cooper's here. I think Cooper's here. Yeah, Cooper's definitely here. I just saw them comment. What am I talking about? Alright, check this out. So there's our little legs. And what we're going to do with the legs for this guy is we're actually going to sew a girl. Is we're actually going to sew legs down onto the body itself. So that way she's kind of like got these cute little legs that are sticking up like this. Let's see how that looks. Hold on. That. I feel like those legs are not sewn in the right spot. You know, if we do another one right here, like this, it's not bad actually. I kind of like it. Right? It's kind of hard to see what it is because the stitches are looking like a little bit weird, but here, I'll fix it a little. That. Ow! Ow, my back just did a back thing that I don't like. Hold on. Nope. Oh! Back crack. Alright. Next one over here. Go leg one. Whoa! Epic music! Saturday Night Live! With your guest, Lizzie, the ice cream cone! Special musical guest, Amanita, the fungaloid! What do you guys think of my SNL voice? I ate too many gummy bears! Don't tell me what to do! You're not my real mom! I'll clean my room when I'm dead. There we go. We got the legs. Cute. Alright, let's knot these and move on. One. Thanks, Sticks. Hey, post approved already. SNL voice was perfect. Time to join the stream. Welcome to the stream, Brisma. Ooh, I kind of messed that one up. Brisma. It's hard to do that first high part. Alright, Prisma. Welcome to the stream. Let's fill you in where we're at. We're crocheting this cute little ice cream cone. If you want the pattern, by the way, Prisma, all you gotta do is follow the project on battlegoomies.com. There should be a link at the top of this, so you can grab it. But look at his little legs. I think so cute. They are so cute. Okay, we need to add chocolate chips next. But then we can start making the cone. And we're still voting, by the way. So what kind of cone you want to make is it is in your hands. You will have the power to decide the future of everything. It is in your hands. You must first go to YouTube and then click to choose. Are we making a sugar cone, a regular cone, or a cup? Looks like most people are saying a sugar cone, and I'm gonna be honest, I kind of agree. Okay. But before we get to that, I'm going full cuckoo bananas today. I don't know what it is. Maybe Jules made me a bagel this morning. Maybe it's that. We're gonna use this yarn, to make some chocolate chips. Chocolate chips. Cheap. Alright. Let's do it. I'm just gonna like ad-lib this. Ad-lib this? You know what I mean. I'm just gonna get weird with it. Let's add some chocolate chips. I'm just gonna randomly add them places. There's one. Oh. By the way, Lizzie is the only sweet themed character in this world that is not found in Sweet City. So all these characters are from different kinds of species, and there's stories with them, and there's lore behind who they are and what kind of creatures they are and where these creatures came from. And the Sweets have one of my favorite like lore in the world. Now, I don't talk about it too much in the book. There's like hints at this in the book, but you're going to get a little bit of behind the scenes storytelling for you, which is that Sweet characters in this are not actually from the planet. They are from a different planet. I don't know what planet they're from. We're still figuring that part out. But I do know that they're not from Gumia originally. They are the product of a system called panspermia. And what that means is they basically were like their biology their how they started on Gumia was an asteroid landed on the planet who knows how long ago. Centuries, decades, maybe just decades. No, probably centuries, because there's a few characters that are Sweets that have been there for hundreds of years. But they are the newest species in Gumia. And it's because an asteroid landed on their planet with the bacteria that evolved into Candians really quickly. Which is what I am saying, that's a system called panspermia. It's an actual theory that maybe we are not from Earth originally. Maybe the bacterias and whatnot that ended up creating humans are from a different planet. That's the idea. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily true or not, but it's the idea that maybe the first life on Earth was actually started somewhere else and then brought to Earth. Usually that's by something that is not like, not caused by another creature, but instead like an asteroid hit the Earth or something with life on it. Anyhow, that's how the Sweets have gotten to Gumia. And they don't know that about themselves. In fact, the one that figures it out in the book is another character who is a cactus named Hogan. And Hogan is studying the YNA of creatures that live on Gumia, and finds that the YNA of nutrient-rich species, such as the Sweets, but there's also other nutrient-rich species like fruits and stuff like that that are conscious. They are not from Gumia, and instead their YNA implies that they're from a different planet completely. So there's a bunch of different lore like that. There's a lot of like weird, I don't know, I guess you could say science fiction in this book too. I'm a big sci-fi geek, so I like adding in some science into the stories that I tell. Now that being said, there's a lot of not so science in this book too. A lot of magic. There are great angel guardian-like characters. There are witches and wizards. And all this other stuff. But we do have lore and explanation for what's going on. Or at least we're building it. Some of it's told, and a lot of it's in my noggin. I'm gonna do one more chocolate chip right here. I like to think a blue chocolate chip critter would taste different than the green one. Maybe they're not mint. I don't know. Let's do one more chocolate chip on the top of the head here. I think that's pretty good though for chocolate chips. What do we think? Maybe like one more little one right there too. Might be nice, but let's do one up here at the top of the head. We'll go like kind of big. And then we'll just do that one tiny chocolate chip on like their cheek. And then I think that's gonna call it for the chips. One, two, we'll do one more here. Then we're gonna go down to here. We're just gonna do one little tiny chocolate chip. Just one. Just to there. Come out and double knot it. All right. Ow! Nice. I like it. I like it. I think that's just enough chocolate chips. I don't think we need to overdo it. Maybe we already did. What's your opinion? I hope it's the same as mine. Doink, doink. Hey, hey! Lizzie! Now, technically, Lizzie's done. But we need to give her an ice cream cone. You know we do. You know we do, but look how cute they are. Hey, if you haven't yet liked this video down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, so you don't miss it when we come out with new videos. All right. Look at that. Look at there. Look how cute they are. Look at the little butt. Okay. We did not vote on ice cream flavor. No, we probably should have, but we didn't do that. Let's go ahead and put Lizzie down. She can sit right here in the background while we make her new little house. Sit. Stop, pa, pa, pa. Sit. Stay. Good, Lizzie. Okay. Let's make an ice cream cone. And that pole. Boom. Oh, we have decided a sugar cone pretty solidly. Okay, sugar cone. Sorry, one second. I need to do this research. Cone lid. Oh, that's where we need to start with the lid. Okay. I'm going to see. We might have some beige yarn that I could use, so I don't need to use this entire ball. But let's see. No, that's not going to be enough. Okay. All right, we're going to open a new ball of yarn. Ready? You know what's about to happen. You know what's about to happen. It's a little something like this. It goes like this. Ready? Oh! Wow. Wow. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Sounds like it's the recording of a true angel. A real angel, probably. Hey, that's awesome, Jillian. I'll sign it for him too. I'll send you it myself with the other stuff too. Okay, we need to do the cone lead first. Easy. I haven't made one of these in a second, and it's using a weird stitch called a moss stitch, which is only for this pattern in the book. 3, 5, 1, 6. Nice. All right. Oh, and then we want to give her a clipboard too. Can't forget about the clipboard. And maybe glasses? Or what about like a little pencil or something behind her ear? What would an ice cream cone use as a writing utensil? I mean, it could just be like a needle. We also could do something like a crayon. Crayon's kind of big though. I mean, we could just do a pencil. Actually, that probably makes the most sense. Like, we can use a toothpick and then paint the end of the toothpick with a little bit of black yarn, so that way it looks a little bit more like a pencil. I think actually that makes the most sense for the world too, right? Because everything that they're using in Gumia, like all their little bits and bops and everything, they're all craft supplies. And there's actually lore on why this is a thing too. So basically, there are these things in this world called, because this world is made of fabric, you know, it's a crocheted world, there's yarn everywhere. Because of that, the veil between universes is extraordinarily thin, because the fabric of reality there is very potent, you know, because they're made of fabric. So because of that, you can easily unravel the threads of the universe and create a rip and space twine. And when that happens, rip and space twines happen actually pretty often in this world. Which is the main plot of Lizzie here, is that she is studying a rip and space twine. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure we were at the right stitches there. Rips and space twine are actually relatively normal on Gumia, or in this Yarniverse in general. But it is rare that they happen above ground. Usually, rips and space twine happen when all the fabric is like really densely packed, so like under the earth of Gumia, earth quote unquote, there's like a higher likelihood of rips and space twine. Well, when a rip happens in the center of the earth, so like for example, in this world, actually here I'll show you. Where's my book? There it is. Oh, where's my book? I made a book, you guys. How cool is that? Okay, so this area right here, these are called the Batonian Bluffs, which are this giant hill that are filled with buttons. And the reason they're filled with buttons is because in this mountain, at some point, there was a rip and space twine that opened a portal to a dimension of buttons, and it deposited a bunch of buttons into the mountains of this hill. And then when that happened, and then the rips heal themselves over time, but that deposited all these buttons in this mountain, so now this mountain is filled with buttons. Well, that happens all over the place. So sometimes a giant rip happens and it spits out a bunch of toothpicks, for example, or little tiny umbrellas. Pretty much everything happens in this world. It's like a craft supplies. My thought is that maybe these rips are opening to an actual craft store or something in our world. I think that'd be kind of fun. I don't know. Maybe there's little rips that happen. So like, you know, when you lose a sock or when you lose a spoon or something, it's because there was a rip in space twine that left it in this yarniverse somewhere in the galaxy of this yarniverse. But anyhow, because of that, the things that they're using in this world are all craft supplies. They're all like things in our world. Not like actual materials necessarily, but instead like toothpicks and like, so it's not like iron, but you might find some paper clips which have a little bit of iron in them. And then there are smiths that learn how to utilize these paper clips in certain ways, and they're very creative, and yeah. So that's kind of like a little bit of the science and the lore around this book and like how a lot of these things come to happen. All right, we're on our last section, by the way. We're making our sugar cone right now. And while I'm making this, I just want to say quickly, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you guys keeping me company and crocheting along with me. I hope you're enjoying crocheting this as much as I'm enjoying doing it. I love hanging out with you. It's so much fun. Of course, we're not done yet. We still have a lot more to make. But we're almost done. Sounds like we just finished another album. Oh my gosh, we did. That's crazy. We're going to... I was going to do the desert, but I don't think I want desert music. Let's do summer music. Love it. Love a little summer music. Okay. Yeah, that's where all your socks are going, Warren. That's exactly where all your socks are going. They're going into this... There's a planet that's just covered in socks. Well, okay, so that's another big part of this. Gumia is just a planet in the Yarniverse. So there's a bunch of these planets all over the Yarniverse. And some of them find Gumia. Gumia's, like, the story of Crochet Gummies is, in my mind, kind of like the start of their industrial revolution. Might be, like, the best way to say it. Oopsies, I messed this up. Oh, I'm doing a sugar cone. Not a waffle cone. Wait. The sugar cone is the pointy one. Oh, man. I goobered that up. Cake cone. They're called cake cones. Not sugar cones. Okay, sugar cone is the pointy one. But I did the vote wrong. So we're going to do what I said which is a sugar cone is like that other one. Because I'm pretty sure that's what people were voting on because that's how I explained it. But I said it wrong. So we're doing a cake cone. Sorry. Sorry for the confusion. If you have complaints, bring them up to corporate. And they will spank me. Sometimes my mouth moves faster than my brain do. Yeah, sugar. Yes, exactly. Sugar cones are like waffle cones. Really. What we're making is a cake cone. And I done said it wrong. I done said it wrong. Oh, gee willikers. Oh! You voted sugar cone as a waffle cone? Oh my gosh. We've made such a big mistake today. Yes, file it to the company cat. Jimbo files this away, and then we have a weekly meeting where we discuss all the mistakes that I've made. He's so mean. He's so mean about it. He yells at me. He goes, "Rah!" This music's fun. I want to go swing dancing. I need to swing dance a bunch. Maybe me and Jules will get back into swing dancing sometime soonish. Maybe. Okay. Here's the base of our cone. All right, I'm gonna do a weird thing that I figured out yesterday, which is you can take your yarn out, you go into the next stitch right here, you go around the back of the stitch like this, pull it through the stitch, like it, and then you go back through this stitch, like this, and it brings it out to the top, and then we can chain one. I might have made it even more of a mess, but whatever. Boom, boom, boom. There we go.
All right, now we're on round 5. Working in the unused stitch from round 3. Oh, we slip stitch in the first, then we chain 1 and single crochet in the next.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Because I forgot we're doing the moss stitch here, which is a special stitch just for this pattern. Slip stitch 1.
And then I do a chain.
And then single crochet 1 right here. And then we...
Hold on. We chain 1, we skip a stitch,
and we single crochet 1. We do that all the way around. Single crochet 1, chain, skip, single crochet, chain, skip. All right. Fun.
and then...
Okay, then we just gotta repeat it for that 7 rounds. Okay, so chain 1. Into here, please. Thank you. Oh, wait. I single crochet in the chain space right here. Oh, wait, that's the chain space over there. Hold on, we need counter stitches. We should have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, okay. I guess we're good. Ending on a single. Like that, right?
Wait, hold on. I gotta read.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. Back to it. Dun, dun, dun. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da. Ba-doo.
Your ice cream stand makes them every day. Makes them by hand every day.
Oh, that's cool. That rhymed a little, but that's also really cool. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. See, this makes this like really weird little kind of like it's hard to tell,
But it makes like this weird like waffling kind of shape. Salsa is fun. Swing dance is more fun in my opinion, but I do like the salsa also.
Oh, I love that. Ice cream night. We need to make ice cream. What are they called? Not cones. Sandwiches. We should make ice cream sandwiches soon. That'd be a fun crochet pattern. All right, 2 down. 5 to go. Look at her coming to get her. My ice cream stand can make my cones by hand. They can? They can! My ice cream stand makes them by hand, and then they get canned before they get banned. To keep them cool, they get them fanned, and you eat them on the land. Canned. Canned. Alright. Alright. Ugh. I keep putting the stitches in the wrong spots. It's hard to find that chain space. Nice. Looking pretty good.
3 down.
4 to go. Ooh, no, 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 no. Nice try, Stitches.
In America, do they have ice cream vans that go around near your hand? Yes, we do. We do. We call them ice cream carts, I think. But yes, we do. We actually have one in our neighborhood that drives around. But the van that they drive in is like the creepiest. It's not like it's creepy necessarily. It just looks like it's made out of paper mache. It's like so raggedy that I'm like, I don't want to eat that ice cream. I don't trust that ice cream. But they do drive around and play music. And I think people, I mean, obviously they must make money. People must buy them. But they usually have like the weirdest old ice cream. Not like old necessarily, but like SpongeBob's and like Sonic the Hedgehog ice creams that look crazy melted and weird. Okay, well, how many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2 more rounds of this. And this is the hard part, honestly. After this, it gets a lot easier. I think.
One, two, three, four. So this is... Okay, so we're on our 6th.
Do people tell their children that when the music is playing, they're out of ice cream?
No. No. That's funny though. Oh no, they're playing the music. You know that means they're out of ice cream. Oh, that's mean. Alright, we gotta figure out how we're gonna make this clipboard, by the way. I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but I have an idea. The pencil's easy. If I can find my toothpicks, which are right there. Perfect.
this is our last round, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, last round of these waffle stitches. I used this for bark once. I was crocheting an ent, and I used this stitch to make bark. I mean, it's kind of fun to use, but honestly, by the end of the pattern, I was like, I'm tired of doing this waffle stitch. I don't want to anymore. Okay, I think I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, so I'm on the next round here. So our last stitch was right there. Okay. So now we just need to start single crocheting around in every space. Like this. We'll just crochet in the top loop. 2. Wait, hold on, I need to count my stitches. Also, this should be a chain. Okay. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, yeah, we're good actually. We got all the stitches we need. Because I think we're supposed to have 18.
Oh no, 9. We're supposed to have 19.
Oh, okay. So I'm supposed to work into that chain. Okay, no, I'm supposed to chain 1. Am I? Wait. 18.
Yeah. Okay. This is fine.
Yeah, this is fine. All right.
That's
Really nice of them to wait for you. Whoa, a granny square using the moss stitch? Interesting. I want to see that. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I believe that's our last stitch right here. Count them. Count them up. 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
okay, cool. It's fine. 2 and then an increase. Do I work in the front loops only? Yes, I do.
Okay. One. You know what? We don't need to do that. One. Okay. 2. Increase. 4.
All right, see you later. Tell the husband I say hello, Zoe. Give him a little belly pat just for me.
Thanks for being here, Zoe. Two, 3. 2, 3. All right, last couple stitches here.
What's after this round?
Okay, easy. 4. All right, guys, we're almost there.
How many runs do I do for this? 24. Oh, and then I increase it up. And then I do 3 rounds.
Okay, we're like almost done. Like almost done? Like, oh my god. Anybody else crochet an ice cream cone during this live stream, by the way? I wonder. Anybody else made one? If you did, you gotta post a picture. I want to see. What I want to see. Boom. Badoom. Skadoop.
Alright, now I just do increase it up.
So that's 1, 2. 5. Ah, yes. I remember what I'm doing now.
Whew!
Five, 6. Oh my gosh, guys, I have something cool. Hold on. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then increase here. 8, 9. Let me make sure. 4, 5.
What? How am I stitch count off?
1, 2, 3. 16. How did I have 26? Where did I go wrong? I messed up somewhere. Oh, I messed up all the way down here. I increased it 2 extra times. The end of the round's actually over here somewhere. How did I mess that up? Wait, what? How did I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's where I messed up. I know where I messed up. Gotta go back. It won't work if I don't go back. Yeah. I increased by too many stitches. Okay. 3, 4, like that. Okay, we're back. My bad.
My bad. You know that happens. You're all tucked up in bed.
Well, I hope you have some wonderful, sweet dreams. What me and Jules always say to each other is that I say sweet dreams, and she says dream sweets. Because you want to dream about sweet things. One. Okay. 2. We're going to count our stitches this time. We should have 24 stitches. 4. 5. 9. 11. 12. I can't believe you're still awake, you guys. Thank you so much for staying up. You don't need to do that. But also, I understand because I stay up really late. Last night I went to bed at 5:30 in the morning. Not good. Not good. Very bad. Should not have done that. I was sleepy when I woke up. It's kind of one of the reasons why we were 15 minutes late. All right, count stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doing great. Cool.
Now we increase it up.
Got it. Okay, we're back on track. Woo! 4. 7. 3. 5.
And then I think it's just 2 rounds of single crochets. Oh, 3 rounds. 3 rounds single crochets.
And then slip stitches. And then we got to connect that center part, and then we got to make their whatever it is, not dartboard, clipboard. We need to make a clipboard for them. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, perfect. All right, 3 rounds of single crochets coming at ya. Oh, that's what I meant to tell you guys. We have a mantis in the backyard. So 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, a praying mantis showed up in our backyard. In our we have like a little, it's kind of like a sunroom, but it's got open walls. It's kind of hard to explain, but there's a mantis, praying mantis in there, and I was like, oh my gosh, how cool! A giant praying mantis. It was like a big one with an orange dot on its back, and we named him Zach. Very cute. So he's been there for like 2 weeks at least, maybe 2.5 weeks. Well, yesterday I found another mantis, much bigger, like twice the size of Zach at least, was just chilling. And I realized, oh, I think Zach's days are numbered. Because I'm pretty sure it was a female praying mantis coming to find a fella to help them make eggs and stuff. And if you know something about praying mantises, you know that the fella don't make it very long after that, because the lady kinda sorta eats him. Kinda sorta eats him. So I couldn't find Zach today. And I have a feeling that maybe Jimmy, who's the new mantis that we named, maybe is a little bigger than she was yesterday. I don't know though. I'm going to go search for Zach after this. But I have a feeling that
we might only have one mantis again.
yeah, exactly, Sticks.
Zach is going to have some fun.
Until it's not fun anymore. Exactly. Yep.
And then we're going to have baby mantises. Oh my gosh, I hope they lay eggs.
And then we get little baby mantises everywhere. I love that. Baby mantises are cute. Praying mantises are so cool to me. I feel like when you see a praying mantis, it feels like you're seeing like a real, like a little angel, a little critter, like something that you just never, you don't see them that often. Ooh. All right, we're almost there, you guys. We just need to finish this up, and then we need to sew in that cone part, and then give them a clipboard. Which I do have an idea. Oh, and a pencil maybe.
And we wanted 3 rounds here, right?
Yeah, 3 rounds.
You know what? Maybe I should check that. Let me check one more time. Yeah, 3 rounds. Okay, we're good.
Oh. Ew? What's ew? The baby praying mantises? I guess that kind of is ew. Or maybe it's the eating the head off of Zach. The brain is filled with nutrients. Just ask Eddie Zombies. What happens when a bunch of zombies get together to hang out? They brainstorm. Get it? Yes, that is nice. Alright, is it in each stitch? Yeah, okay. So slip stitches all the way around. This is creating our border that's going to help Lizzie stay in her ice cream cone. What time is it? 5:40. Oh, we're doing great on time. We're going to be done before the 3-hour mark. That's a great live stream. I love it. It's a pretty big pattern too to make this quick, you know? We needed ice cream today though. For sure. Alright. Oh! Woo! Alright, let's hide this end. I foolishly cut this yarn for the other part of the cone short, so we're gonna have to do some magic. There we go. Nice. Cool. Cut these with our crummy scissors. It's funny, these scissors are terrible for yarn, but they're really, really good for paper, and it's weird. I don't really understand why they're so good with paper, but they're not so good with yarn. Okay, so this needs to get sewn into here, but I'm not going to sew it. I'm just going to crochet it in, I think. You know what, we'll sew it, because I think it might actually be easier to sew it. Just because it's going to be hard to get my crochet hook in there. I mean, this part's going to be hidden anyhow, so it doesn't really matter. But I think it might be easier to sew in. Let's try it. Okay, we're going to come out right here. And then we'll come out of this stitch right there, that, and then we'll go into this stitch like this. Boom. And then this can be messy. It does not need to be clean, so we're gonna make it messy. I think we go into this one, out of this one. We just do a whip stitch around like that. I'm gonna unfurl this like this. Make it easier to sew this in. We can't forget to stuff it. We need to stuff this up before we finish sewing this part on, by the way. Don't let me forget. Okay, just a few more stitches and then we'll stuff it. All right. Let's add some stuffing in there. All right. We don't need to overdo it with the stuffing here. We just need enough to keep its shape. We'll add a little bit more. Okay. I think that's probably good though. I should be a cartoonist. I'd love to do voice acting. That'd be fun. I would love that. Maybe one day. I actually wanted to do an audiobook of my book, which doesn't really make any sense, to be honest. But it would be kind of fun. Just so I could do voices. Can't wait till we have a kid and I can read them a book and do a bunch of voices for it. I can't wait. Very exciting. Animated stories. Yeah, that would be cool. You know, I'm pretty close to Netflix here in LA. So maybe I'll talk them into giving me a pilot for an episode of a stop motion version of Goomies. My gosh, that would be so cool. There's no way that's going to happen, but that would be really cool. All right, I'm going to just kind of figure out this last stitch right here. And in and out for knotting. I'm a naughty boy. Here we go. Unfurl. That's beautiful. One and two. Nice. All right, that's going to be the last of our crochet today. Let's get Lizzie in her ice cream cone and then make her a clipboard. Ready? Moment of truth. Oh, she fits so well in her and her little arm sticks out. That's cute, but we can stick it in too. Like that. Look at how cute she is. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. She's so cute. And then we can take her out. And she got little arms and legs and the little butt. She's perfect. Okay, let's give her one more thing, which is a clipboard. So how we're gonna make this clipboard? I don't know. I don't know. Like these. I found something the other day in here. I have like this random assortment of just stuff in here. And I know I saw the other day, what was this? Those are kind of cool. Whoa, what's this? Clay? There's clay in this? Oh, these are, I was looking for these. I'm gonna put these up. I was looking for those. Oh, I was looking for these too. Hold on. This is what we're looking for. Okay. So the first thing we're going to need is this. Step 1. A clip. Step 2. We need a board. All aboard.
Okay. We might want something better to cut this with. Where did my fancy scissors go? I have like these big fancy scissors and I haven't been able to find them for like a week. Probably because my desk is a mess. To dig to find my scissors. And I don't know where they're at. Okay. Okay, no fancy scissors because they've been lost to the ether. So we're gonna have to use these ones, I suppose. All right, whatever. We'll find them later. Okay, so clipboard. I think we're gonna do this. And how big do we want the clipboard to be? Like that big? That's probably good. Like this big. And maybe like that long. Right? Okay, so there's our board part of the clipboard. I'm gonna round all these edges a little bit too. That. One more right here. That might be too round for the edges, but whatever. And then stay. And then we need paper. This can go out of it like that. Yeah, okay. So we need paper now. Just like not even that much. We're gonna go with a page out of this book. Okay. I'm just gonna fold this a bunch to make our pages for our clipboard, like this much probably. I'm gonna cut, I'll cut one side of it first. And then we're gonna clipboard this to board that in like that. And then we're gonna cut the paper more. Okay. Here, you know what? Just want to cut it down to size. Okay. Ooh, that might have been a little small. Whatever. We'll see. If it's too small, then we can make another one. That's not bad. That'll work. Put our clip on there. We remove these two ends. And we have a little clipboard. Now what she needs to do with her clipboard is need a pen. And we need a toothpick. This is a yellow toothpick. I wish I had a Sharpie. I might have a Sharpie down here actually. Usually I keep one close, but my room is so messy right now. Yeah, that's okay. We might be able to make this work with this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to draw on the end of it to
color in just the tip of this to be black. Be a lot easier to do with a Sharpie. But you know what? It's working. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then we'll do this. We're going to make this a graph. She's a scientist. She'd probably make a graph. So we'll draw a little. And then we'll go. Maybe bars. Bar graph? Yeah, I think bar graphs. And then like a little note that she wrote down. Like that. There, she's got a little notebook there. Okay, now we want to just cut this to size. Like right here. Whenever I cut this, I'm always like turning it and cutting it to make that cut as seamless as possible. We'll put this in her ear like this. Or I guess we could put it in her hand. Yeah, I guess we could do like the clipboard in one hand like this. Or maybe we just put the clipboard in her packet like that. And then we put this pencil in her hand like this. Perfect! Right? I like it. Oh, here, wait. We'll do it like this. So the clipboard's like there. And then her hand, we want to be in front of the clipboard like that.
That's not too bad.
Maybe the clipboard can go back on the side like that. All right, I think that's it for Miss Lizzie, the Ice Cream Observatoire. Thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate it. That is the end of today's stream. We have made Lizzie the Ice Cream Cone. Again, if you are interested in this, well, please consider supporting the project. You can find it by going to battlegoomies.com. Spell it without the E. You can find us online at thegoomies.com as well. Our book and game are launching on September 1st on BackerKit. Please consider supporting this project on September 1st. We're going to have things like signed books and a bunch of other stuff. You can learn more, again, at thegoomies.com. That's where you can pre-order it or just sign up for the BackerKit page. Please consider supporting on day one. If you want to get this pattern, it'll be available for the entirety of this weekend. You can get it by following the project by going to battlegoomies.com and just filling in your email and following the project, and then you'll get this pattern as a reward. Thank you guys so much again for joining. I hope you enjoyed making Lizzie the Ice Cream Cone with me. We're going to be live again probably next week. Expect me live next Friday, starting around 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time probably again. It's going to be our last week before the campaign goes live on September 1st, so we'll probably do another Goomies related one to kind of help promote the book and stuff. Thanks again for watching. Pasta La Pizza, happy hooking. Oh my gosh, Prisma with a last second donation. Thank you so much for the support, Prisma. Let's see, what can we show Prisma to say thank you? What can we present to Prisma? Present. I know. We'll present Jimbo to Prisma. Because Jimbo's saying hi. 1 second. Jimbo. Come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here. You're requested. Say hi. Oh, come here. Come here. Say hello to everybody. Stinky, stinky boy. Will this work? No, that did not work. Okay. Well, Jimbo says hi and thank you. Say hi and thank you, Jimbo. Here, you can go in there.
Wow. Wow, he takes over. Yeah. I know. I don't usually let you in here. Wow. You sure are a cat. Good boy. Very purry cat. All right. Bye, Pasta La Pizza. Oh my gosh, stop. You hang up first. Oh my gosh. Jimbo. No. Get down. Okay. Okay. Yep, that is the camera. All right. Yes, you're a good boy. Okay. I love you too. Oh my gosh. Get out of there. Okay. Oh. All right. Bye, everybody. Pasta La Pizza. Happy hooking. And oh my gosh, stop. You hang up first. Bye.